Hello, people. I'm super excited because when it comes to mentoring and young people, parenting, all of that stuff, it gets me naturally hyped. I'm having someone that, don't just say hi, you have to make noise. For me to drag her here to get this interview done, I've known Ife for God knows how long, and we've worked together. Okay, so Ife.
Hi.
Let me tell you people something.
Okay.
We were lacking, not like we were lacking, we had so much to talk about that we had to narrow down to choose a topic.
We still haven't chosen.
Okay, Ife, let the audience meet you.
Hi, my name is Ifeoluwa Oloruntoba. I'm a mentor, I'm a teens mentor. I'm also an educationist. I'm very passionate about education. As much as I teach, I also learn. So, yeah.
And she's a super inspired, naturally inspired. Ife, one of the things that make me, get naturally drawn to you, she just runs with ideas and puts and pours her heart into getting it done. If there's so many issues going on with young people.
A whole lot.
A whole lot.
A whole lot, actually.
All this energy and all this passion, what's the one thing for you that you want to let parents know? What if you had that forum and you want to minister or you want to talk to parents, what should they know? Because 21st century is, what we're seeing now is not what we saw back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
Let's hear.
Well, there's really so much to say to parents, actually, considering working with children and having to go through issues where you're trying to instill some values into children, but then the home front is a different case entirely, and now that's the big problem, because if you're trying to instill values into children outside and then the home isn't doing the same, it's going to be a bit difficult because it's contradictory for the children.
So
there's a disconnect and it's affecting the children mentally because they're trying to figure out, so what am I supposed to follow? The home is saying it's all right, you're saying it's not all right, and then there's so much going on the social media that the social media is projecting so much negativity and so much negative values into these children, and a lot of parents don't know that giving your children these devices without chaperoning them or anything is actually detrimental. Like, it's really, really bad for them. You're not trying to prove 21st century parents by leaving your child to grow alone. You're actually building, it's a time bomb, and when it explodes, it's going to explode in your face.
Not only in their faces, I think a lot of parents are underestimating the power of collaboration with their educationists, like whoever is training your children.
Totally.
I think that's something that is missing. You just said something about a disconnect. What if we had serious parenting forum where we got into, parents, teachers are not your enemies. I always say that. Because you're saying this because you've had so many experiences that you have to really push against a hard brick of wall and say, parents, see, this is what I'm saying.
Totally. We're not the enemy. The educators are not the enemies. Your children's teachers are not the enemies. They are your children's friends. They are your children's mentors. They are your children's role models. They are your children's parents as well.
Locals parents.
Yes, they are parents to these children, and if you're not letting them do what they're supposed to do, it will look like they're fighting your children or they're fighting you. They are not. If you collaborate with them, work as a team. It's a teamwork. I mean, there's no manual for parenting. There is no manual for parenting, and we understand that. But as educators, we can come from the angle of education, values, ethics, conduct, morality, inspiration, creativity, innovation, and help to build these children, but we need to work together.
Yeah, and we can, of course, there are bad people everywhere, okay, but if we have this mindset that it is we against them, that would be an issue.
Yes, but it's looking like it's we against we.
That's how it's like.
It's a lot of
for my international audience, the kind of system that we run here might be a bit different. Okay, we have more private schools here. Okay, and the curriculum is something that is thoroughly looked into. And I love the fact that Ife does something where she's currently engaged in now. And I love that fact that she brings in, you love this hand thing where you allow the children pour in their creativity.
Yes.
And that's something that is missing in many curriculums and many people that are trying to help young people. They kind of kill the creative aspect of children. And that is something I love you for. I must tell you that. Now, drawing out creativity from children, engaging their minds, and less screen time. Maybe that's where parents are also missing it.
Yes, they need to understand that teachers are building children that are going to be world leaders, that are going to be problem solvers. But first, they have to be critical thinkers. There's no way you can think without being critical about it. You have to go beyond. You have to be creative. You have to think outside of the box. Get your children out of the comfort zone. So when you send things home and I say, "Oh, do this, make this research, do that," and you don't have time for this child, and then the child comes back to school and says, "My mom
homework
didn't have time." Come on, how are we helping each other?
Okay, now she's talking from teacher's perspective.
Yes.
Okay, for parents out there who are busy, if you are looking for someone to help you, okay, with counseling, how do I get this thing done? You have somebody to talk to. So I will be leaving her details right under the conversation. Now it depends on where you're watching. So if you're on YouTube, check the description box. If you're on Instagram, you're going to go back to YouTube and watch the rest of the video. So you know how it's done.
I like that.
Thank you for hanging out with us. There will be more conversations like this on hot topics. Okay, so this is just like an intro. Girlfriend, thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye.